Good afternoon, everybody. Man, let me set this thing up. Welcome back to the channel, Bo. I guess we all heard the news that Chuck Norris has passed away. What a global icon, man. Anybody in the martial art world and action movies for my generation, Bruce Lee was first, then came Chuck Norris. I remember I was born in 1970, and I can remember martial arts just coming in. The soldiers would come back from overseas. Some would have black belts and start teaching. But in my area, everything was taekwondo. You really couldn't find Japanese karate. It was dressed up Korean karate, but it was really taekwondo, and that's where I got my belt, in taekwondo. But back in the day, I remember it was Hope Mills, Miss Mays, Myung May. She had her taekwondo school. She's the highest ranked woman. She's a taekwondo grandmaster. And my teacher was next door down the road from her, Y.C. Byun. He was a Korean grandmaster also. He was the 8th degree. But anyway, I mean, all of his movies, man. I know everybody saw Walker, Texas Ranger. I get it. That was pretty cool. But way before then, Chuck was the man. I mean, back, and a real fighter. Somebody that's for real. I truly believe, as far as the movies, Hollywood, if you will, two actors and athletes that I think can really hand you your butt in real life is Chuck Norris and Jaleel White. I like watching Jaleel White. I'm hoping he'll grab the reins and move forward with it where Chuck left off and keep pushing the martial art world. But man, all those kids out in the backyard doing all these crazy kicks and all these kind of moves, not realizing we need to train right and stretch and do all of that. But I used to watch them in the Battle of Atlanta and San Francisco and Los Angeles way back in the day. All those guys, man. These guys are for real. Grandmaster Vic Moore. Grandmaster Bill Superfoot Wallace. Benny the Jet, he's a grandmaster. All these guys, man, that paved the way and showed us martial arts the way it is. Now, Chuck is like Jaleel White. Chuck studied everything. Jiu-jitsu, Aikido, karate, taekwondo, tang sudo, hapkido, all of everything. Studied everything. Boxing, everything. Military hand-to-hand combat, studied that. He was an expert at that. Because you got martial arts over here and real defense over here. He knew what worked and what didn't work, and you get out in the street, you'll find out what works. And back in the day, what made him so tough, you never knew what he was going to come at you at in the competitions. Everybody has a favorite move and their favorite winning move and all of that. You never knew what Chuck was going to come at you at. He'd always get you. As soon as you thought he was going to throw a kick, he got you with that spinning back fist. Now, that's my favorite move. I get into it with somebody, boom, boom, when they don't expect it. I'm spinning around, bam, knocking that head off, and it works. That's a good knockout move. But anyway, it ain't about me. But you know, age is the undisputed champion, man. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows if he had a cardiac event or what happened. But you know, the man worked out every day, tried to take care of himself every day, but you can only do so much, man. But an icon from my time, from my generation, he was one of the main heroes, Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. Chuck Norris was able to move martial arts in the American movie cinema. Bruce Lee was able to move it in America and China. So, and both of those guys, man, were true ambassadors when it comes to martial arts. And he worked out a lot with Jean-Claude Van Damme to get him ready for the movies. And he worked a lot of behind the scenes with choreography, him and his brother, Aaron Norris. And he started his own martial art. He had schools everywhere. And he started out, his art was Tang Sudo, which is, to me, it sort of mimics Japanese Shotokan karate, where the forms are almost identical. But other than that, it's a martial art on its own. It's Korean martial art, which they have Tang Sudo and Taekwondo. Taekwondo's a lot of feet, a lot of kicking, a lot of kicking. And that's what us kids would learn, and it was more sport oriented, and you'd go to competitions and fight other schools and that sort of thing. But he was one of the ones, man, that brought it to the forefront. In America is what we see as martial arts today, and then you see all the other actors coming out acting in movies. But to me, Chuck Norris was one of the best when it came to martial arts. And my favorite movies was Along with McQuaid and An Eye for an Eye, I believe it is, where Bill Wallace co-starred, and he was the villain in that movie. I mean, very entertaining. Go back, man, you can look it up on YouTube, Eye for an Eye, or go look up on Netflix or one of the other networks. I got one network I found it on, and I can't remember what it was, but it's on there. It's not Pluto. It's one of them, but it's got all his movies on there, man. Missing in Action, everything he's ever played in, it's on there. So, but you know, what an icon. I still can't get over that. I knew he had been sick. He was in Hawaii. I knew he had been sick, but I didn't think anything about it. Then the next thing I know, Chuck Norris has passed away, and I'm like, what? At first I thought it was a joke, because you know how people post on Facebook all these things, such and such has passed away, and then later you find out they're okay. They make a big joke out of it, but it was on TMZ and several other reputable news outlets. But man, oh man, the good Lord needed a warrior, man. So, and we got to stay warriors for the Lord down here. So, I just wanted to make a video and put that out there, man. Y'all like what you see in here? Hit like and subscribe. I'll come back with some more videos. But yeah, that thought about that thing all day, man. What a martial artist. I don't know if anybody be close to the caliber as he, but I follow Jaleel White a lot. And he's done the same thing that Chuck has done. He's studied all different martial arts. Martial arts, self-defense, and boxing, so, and wrestling. So, but guys, hey man, y'all have a good one.